I proposed to the MTA that I was going to do New Year's Eve Revelers related to a series I had done in the early 90s. And Charlie and I went out on New Year's Eve to Times Square and took a lot of photographs of people in the crowds. And we got a lot of great pictures, but you can't, in those crowds, you can't get people's legs, you just get them from the top in the crowd. And I realized I needed full figures for this wall. So then I thought, okay, let me get some friends to pose as if it's New Year's Eve so that I can use their legs and their whole bodies. And I found that people, if you ask somebody to dress up and look like they're having fun, they have fun. And they didn't want to stop. And I'd like to think of more things, more projects where people could act silly and imagine being immortalized, acting, goofing around.
It's like a full circle. Jane has been part of Times Square for longer than I've been in New York, and that's a very long time. And for many years ago, she even lived here. In the 80s, she did works that were about the night in Times Square, nocturnal works. And then she even did a poster for Arts for Transit in the early days of our poster program. Here she is, all these years later, 2008, we are celebrating the full circle for Jane Dixon to have these revelers, these 70 people in Times Square.
I was given this white tile wall, which was really like, yikes, what the heck am I going to do with that? So I thought, first of all, I want my mosaic, my figures to look like they're being seen under artificial light. I picked this artificial looking turquoise blue, and I used it as a ground for all the drawings so that it unifies all the figures and it gives it a somewhat nighttime neon feel. When I designed this mosaic, it was unclear how many figures I was going to get to make or exactly where they were going to go in the subway. The MTA said, this is our budget and here's this huge space, so make a proposal for something in this space. So I thought, I've got to make a very flexible proposal because I'm not clear what they're going to let me do. If I can do these New Year's Eve revelers cavorting along the corridors, sort of accompanying your average commuter in a more cheerful way, that's a really flexible project and I can put these figures pretty much wherever they'll give me the space. And then they said, well, we love this idea, but where exactly do you want to put them? So then I went and identified what appeared to me to be every spot in this corridor where they might go, or the optimal spots where they might go, and I identified about 50 spots, and I gave them sketches, and they said, well, propose everything you want, and then we'll talk to advertising and all these other infrastructure people, and they'll knock out a lot of these spots. So just propose everything and we'll see what we can do. So I proposed 67 figures in 40-some different locations, because some of them are groups, and they just went, okay.
Questa quella per me pari sono a quant'altre d'intorno mi vedo nel mio cuore l'impero non cedo meglio ad una che ad altra beltà.
My name is Fabrizio Trevisanuto, and we are in my studio together with my father, Giovanni. The name of the studio is Giovanni Trevisanuto. We're here in Italy, and we're working together with Jane Dixon on a project for the MTA in New York.
How far you want me to go with that?
Okay, so that doesn't look bigger than you, right? It's not the same size as you.
And you can see that this figure is built by 7, 8 pieces of paper, all numbered, of course, because then they will have to be reversed on the final wall on the definite destination in New York.
These figures represent New Year's Eve, so they're dressed more brightly with the plastic hats and horns, and they're dressed more flamboyantly than they would be if it was your regular commuters would be dressed all in black.
Spesso sai nelle metropolitane mettono anche cartelloni, manifesti e cose che comunque sono colorati e robe, per cui doveva essere veramente qualcosa di forte che attirasse l'attenzione. Perfect.
Which one is this one? Number 21? No problem. Straight?
That's good.
With a Dremel, a diamond wheel, we'll just score it along the line with little dots. And then we chisel everything down and install the new mosaic. So what you see here is the front of the mosaic. But when we made the mosaic, we make a mirror image so that what we see in the studio is actually the part that goes into the wall. Right now we're wetting the paper, and we're going to take the paper off, and then we'll start cleaning the glue off and adjusting the pieces and taking care of everything.
Colors. I know. It's wonderful watching the progression from the forms in the wall and then watching them put the tile in and then washing it off and the colors coming out. When the person is taking the glue off, it's as if those forms are coming to life.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
It's going to be lovely.
Yeah.
I think it's important to see people see the process of art and what it takes to put these, have them come to life.
Yeah,
it's important.
It's very important.
Absolutely.
It's a great work.
That's beautiful. That's very magnificent. Those over there is also like very creative to even think of something like that. It's outstanding. Like I've never seen nothing like that in my whole entire life. That's very beautiful for New York City transit subways.